Wow. You guys, I'm excited. It's finale time. I'm pumped. Let's do this. I'm going to keep clapping because it's going to be really stupid. But yeah, we're finally here. We have actually made it all the way. Wow, that's getting really obnoxious because I managed to hit that perfect spot on my hands. There we go. That's a little bit less obnoxious. We are finally at Melior, the capital of Crimea. We've got no more detours, nobody to rescue. It is time to take this fight to King Ashnard, and I'm excited. And I've got to hit the A button, so I've got to stop clapping my hands now, because it's getting kind of old. So yeah, I've got to stop doing that now, even though I got lots of energy, and I've got a coffee right here just sitting and waiting. And even though it's 4 in the morning, I'm ready to do this. So let's get going. That was so stupid. Alright, so, yeah, it's finale time. Whoa, dude, eyebrow trimmer, invest. That's creepy. Ashnard, King of Day. I almost read that as King of Death, but fighting Ike with a really weird picture. That's actually the picture they have on the box. I don't know if... Let me actually check the box right here. Is it... Does it show... No, it's not quite the same. It's the same pose, but on the box, Ike is in his ranger outfit, not his lord outfit. So, not quite the same. Oh well. Alright. Then wait for the beginning of the end. And then after that, we'll have the end of the end. No, this is not going to turn into Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, Book 13. Endgame. I didn't read what that word. It was like Repritriation or something like that. Let's actually look it up. Let's see what it was. Wow, that's a lot of tabs open for all the bios we've got in this episode. Yikes. Yeah, it's not going to tell me how to pronounce it, of course. Repritriation is the process of returning a person to their place of origin or citizenship. This includes the process of turning refugees or military personnel to their place of origin following a war. Which is what it means here. But yes, that is what it means. So, let's do this, guys. This last time we got... No more of that. No more of that. That's stupid. No more. No more of that. Alright, info. 3 friends. I brought her, Nasir. Sorry, Mist. She doesn't like you. Yes, yes. Thanks for coming back, Nasir. I wanted to see you again, and I'm glad I did. And you're glad you wanted to see him? Okay, whatever. Do not deserve your kindness. Yeah, I'm sure there's a very important reason. It's probably still... Yeah, you would be right, Mist. It is still unresolved. So I'm gonna wait. Decided to wait until the 2. You can tell me about whatever it is, so you don't need to worry about it anymore, alright? Alright. Guess we'll see that conflict resolved at the end of this battle. You might have already pieced it together. Like, I pieced it together the first time I played this game, and I didn't know what the actual thing was. Yep. I'd like to tell you how wrong that is, but I can't seem to calm my nerves either. Yeah. That's a good sign, though. Like, I've not played that many tournaments of games and stuff like that, or, you know, had any time where I did anything, like, really serious, but I've always played best when I was, like, super nervous and felt like I was ready to throw up, so that's usually a good sign. If you feel like you're about to hurl whenever you're going into something, that's a good sign. You're going to play really well. Unless you actually throw up, but don't do that. You have some need of the king? Yeah, will you tell him I'm here? Sure. What's up, man? Smart is. Did you come by to check on our preparations? You know me too well. You're going to circle the capital and ensure that no airborne enemies escape. That's clear. Yep. We'll guard the west and take care of the airborne combat. The Phoenixus and Kilvis armies are unbeatable in that regard. Kilvis is going to help out? Of course. After we all saw in the dungeons of Gritnia Tower, we all agreed the King Ashnard must pay. Race in the end helped sway certain opinions. It was tough, but in the end we understood what needs to. So it's pretty much everybody against Dan, except for the Goldoan Dragons, because they remain neutral, but still. If worse comes to worse, it may just be us Hawks out there. I trust you guys, though. Yeah, I was about to say, we can rely on you guys, so. Well, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't mind a chance to remove Ashnard's head from his shoulders. Just like the time I fought the Black Knight, you're being kept away from the main fight. My apologies, Hawk King. It's alright, but if you find yourself overwhelmed, give me a call. Will do. And as for you, Rayson, I'm sure you're tired of hearing this, but I know, be careful and don't die. Don't worry, I won't die. I'm not gonna leave Leanne and my father all alone. Certainly hope not. Nestling, it appears they're discussing tomorrow's battle. Shouldn't you join them? No, I think not. If it's just a barn after all, he doesn't really want help from Killis anyway. The Hawk King may not care, but Prince Rayson would surely feel that you betrayed him yet again, Nestling. Yeah. Oh, and dear Lady Leanne as well. If you were to flee in the face of the enemy, it would break her heart. Senile old crow. You think if you bring those two into it, I'd do as you've been told and fight. Curse you. Yeah. You care about Rayson and Leanne. You can act like you don't, but you do. This war has been waged for over a year, but it could all be over by midday tomorrow. How do you feel, Ike? Think we'll win? We'll win. Dude, you'd say that? Ha! You don't fool me anymore. But even so, I appreciate your bravado tonight. Without such courage, it would be impossible to face King Dan. You may not remember this guy, but this is Jifka. It's the King's Shadow, the Lion King's Shadow, Kanagas, so, he sent his shadow over here. He's gonna fight with us. That was my purpose, that is, if Lord Ike grants us permission. Yeah, I was about to say, dude, we'd be glad to have you. Alright, cool. You weren't satisfied with the work I was doing? I mean, I know Master Jifka, but please. Rodolph, I want you to be with me, is that alright? Oh, now I see. Sure, that'd be fine. Getting to be part of the main pack is the highest of honors. You're not gonna be with us. Leith will, but... he's in good health. The king is giving me a message for you, too. Message, not orders? That's right, he said to be sure you make it home alive. Said that your work in the past year has been most satisfactory, and he's sincerely grateful to you both. Cool. We have fought hard, which he means Leith has, but either way. Alright, there we go. That's it for that. No supports, so before we do all that other junk, let's go ahead and award our experience first here. Anybody incredibly close, we're going to go ahead and top them off. We got a pretty good amount of experience to work with from last chapter. They give you 700 just out of the gate, so you'll have at least 700 to work with. Pretty good amount for anybody you want to get up a couple levels. Just go for it. Should have plenty to work with to top everybody off that you need. And then you might even have some access for all your other units, so just disperse it as needed and get ready for the final fight. Be absolutely certain that you're taking that unit in, though, because if you're not, then you're just wasting it, so. I'm going to try not to cheap this out by taking any more royals than I need. So I will do my best to make sure this is actually, you know, a somewhat difficult fight. It's a lot easier to do it in this game than it is Radiant Dawn, though. Radiant Dawn, the temptation for choosing your final team, it's very, very hard not to take all the Royals with you, because the Royals are going to be better than any of your level 20 units, more than likely. Not all of them, but like most of the time they will do very well, especially the Royals, though, because they don't have the issue of where they can't transform back. You won't need your Thieves, so don't worry about them. You won't need them. There we go. These two Thieves, you will not need them. Alright, sure, I'll take it. See if we can get Leith up to 50 HP here. Yes, got it. Didn't matter that much, but whatever. 10 resistance, that's kind of cool. Alright, I'll take strength and speed, you bet. Topped off everybody except for Oscar, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it, but that's alright. I trust Oscar. He's a good man. Skills, there's nothing to assign. Okay, outfit, first and foremost. Remember that we've got all of those stat boosting items that I've been saving the entire game. Anybody you want to use them on, you've got free reign to do so. Ike, more than likely, you've already got him, everything he needs. I would say the one I've got here is great. Resistance, not that big a deal. Luck's not a big deal. Magic isn't a big deal. Defense, speed, skill, strength, those should probably all be maxed, because he is going to be fighting Ashnard in this fight. It's not a one-on-one fight, but only certain units can damage him, and Ike is one of those units, so you will need to make sure that he's at a pretty good level. Mist, she's got her magic maxed. I really don't need anything else from her. All of her other stats that I would care about, speed, resistance, they're all in the 20s, so they're all okay. Her luck stat's incredibly high, but it's just naturally high. Put that back. Chill. I would like her strength or speed to be up. We've already used all the speed wings, though, I'm pretty sure, on Har, so that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Right now, I'm just kind of going around looking for any stats that are incredibly low that should be higher. Rolf's got good dodge, so I'm not worried about him that much. I'm mostly probably going to be looking at my Sword Masters. Soren, you've got everything you need. I don't need to worry about you. I think Mia's going to be getting the bulk of these upgrades. So we'll start with her. What do we have? What do we got for her, Johnny? Okay. Well, the Spirit Dust is magic, so we're not going to care about that much. Let's take a look at her stats one more time. Her speed is maxed. Nothing else is for her. Thinking about that Seraph Robe. I'll probably save that for last. Take an energy drop for certain. Take a secret book. We do have a Draco Shield. We got a couple talismans. Yeah, her skill probably caps at 30. I don't care if her skill or her speed. Let me try that again. I don't care if her strength isn't off the charts. It doesn't have to be great. Luck, though. I need to check everybody's luck that I'm using. Who's got really low luck? Soren probably does. Nephany, Jill, Ike. Whoops, too far. Nephany is at 13. Jill's at 13. Oscar's at 14. Soren is at 15. Wow, he's actually pretty high compared to most of my units. That's surprising. Luck is 12. Luck's not a super important stat, but remember, this affects enemies getting the chance to get a critical on you, so you want to avoid that. Keep part of that danger zone as much as we can. Oops. Okay, so we have HP, couple strength. Magic he doesn't need. Well, because it's maxed. He would need it, but it's maxed. Mist is really the only other magic user I've got, right? In theory, you could give it to somebody that's using, like, the Flame Lance or whatever, but I'm not really using it. Hurt magic is maxed as well. Okay. Well, in that case, I might just sell them, but... none of these people need magic is the thing. Unless there's a skill that somebody's got that helps them get HP back based on their magic, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. So if that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and give them to Oscar. Oops. The secret book. Give them to Oscar, so if I end up using the Flame Lance, well, then he'll have a little bit more magic and it might do some more damage against Still-Bagoos or something. Aside from that, there's not much reason to do that. Talisman, resistance. We'll go with resistance next. Who's got pretty low resistance? Resistance is actually not crazy important, but it's important enough. 5. 5's probably the minimum we're looking at here. Yeah, everybody's in double digits except for Zahark. Alright, so Zahark's getting it for sure. Get into double digits, but it pretty much doubled how much resistance he had, so hopefully he'd be dodging magic dex, period, but in case he does not... Okay, defense. Yeah, some units are going to have lower defense than others, just naturally. Soren's a good example of that, so I might just give it to him. I might give it to Leith as well. Soren's not going to be fighting, Leith will be. I'm going to say Leith. Yeah, we'll give it to Leith. Let's do it. That up. What else do we have? So we have skill, strength, and HP. That HP is going to be the hardest one to give to anybody. Maxed. Who's got like a pretty low skill that should have a decent amount? Leith's is a little bit low, but it's not that big a deal for her. I'm going to say Zahark because Swordmaster units are typically ones that rely on using their skills. So we'll just go ahead and do that. That will cap him out on that. Energy drop for strength. 22, 24, Soren's doesn't matter. 23, 21, 18. Leith looks like she's getting it here. Yep, Leith. Alright, Leith it is. Strength. Lastly, the hardest one to give to anybody. HP. be tempted to give it to my healers, but my healers should not be in any position where they get attacked. It should be somebody that's going to be fighting on the front lines that's got relatively low HP, which means it's probably going to Zahark or Mia, though they can dodge pretty well. I'm going to say Mia, though, simply. She's got the lowest HP, and that just makes the most sense. So, to boost her up, I'll take her to 45 health. Very good. I think everybody's above 40 except for Mist, but she's at 39, so might as well be at 40. Well, Soren's not, but he's also at 39, so might as well be. Alright, at this point, anybody that you know you're not taking to Endgame, check through all their stuff. If they've got any items, just take them off. Doesn't matter. Even if it's just the vulnerary, just give them all to the convoy. So in my case, it's just my thieves, because I'm pretty good about making sure that's not the case. In fact, one of the best things to do might just end up being giving all of your stuff to the convoy and just basically building your units quote-unquote from scratch. Like, you know what you're going to give them once you actually see it. So I'm just going to give... Well, we don't need to do that. Ike's fine. I'm going to leave him with that. I know that's what he's going to have. Mist will have... the Ashera staff, we already talked about this. She will have the Hammernine staff as well in order to give that more usage, should it be pertinent. Hopefully it will not, but you never know. Thinking about that rescue staff, I honestly am. Don't think we're going to be that big of an issue. Physic. And... do I want silence? It just stops enemies from using magic, it's not sleep. Play this right, I shouldn't really need ward. I shouldn't really need rescue. We don't need recover, really, because we already got the full restoration. Actually, somebody else is going to have to carry the Ashera staff, because it won't let her use it on her own inventory, so I'll probably take Leaf down the same path that Mist is going, and just trade it over to her. If that becomes an issue. I don't believe there's any statuses that are particularly going to screw you up in this stage. So I'm going to say Fortify. In addition, obviously make sure... I would say make sure every unit's got an Elixir and a Vulnerary. You should be able to buy those no problem, so once I run out, I'll go grab more. Nephany. There's your ranged weapon. There's your default weapon. That's really all she needs. If you want to bring in more stuff, you can, but really 2 weapons is probably plenty. For her, I'll just take the Laguz Lance because I can, and maybe the Heavy Spear. She's been using it for a while, and in case she gets into a Knight unit, I guess we could do that as well. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and buy an Elixir for everybody. But yeah, Physics staffs are available here, Recover is available as well, so if you need anything like that, then you're good to go here. Just gonna go... Oh, right, I have to sell some stuff first. Well, before we sell, let's go ahead and get everybody's weapons, then I'll come back for the elixirs. This might be a bit overkill, though, so I'll probably do that last, actually. If you've got good healers, you shouldn't need elixirs. That's the thing I'm trying to point out here. Oh, right, I've got to re-equip all that stuff, too. Doesn't really need any of these. Guess Laguz Guard, just in case. There are dragons in this map, believe it or not, so in case she gets hit by something, Laguz Guard would be good to have on her. Soldier Band. Dude! Seriously. It's a final battle, but don't be screwing up now. Alright, Convoy, take. Archer Band for you. Vulnerary as well. Like that. Just for your bow of choice. I'll let you take in the double bow, because no, I don't believe... I think this is kind of like the longbow. I think only archers and snipers can use it, so I don't think Astrid is available to use it. Taking Rolf's bow. Never made a bow for Astrid, did I? I guess you could use the Brave bow as well, though, so... Take the Laguz bow as well. And... There's no point in taking that killer bow, it's almost broken. Take the other one, though. This is actually a little bit better. Taking the steel bow, I guess. It's about to break, but who cares, right? Jill. It's your ranged weapon. Taking Silver Lance just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and forge her a weapon in a moment. Oh yeah, we can sell that Rex Bolt too. That's gonna be worth a fair amount. Full guard goes back to you, of course. Vulnerary. Equip that full guard if you don't mind. I guess we could give her more stuff. Well, no, she's gonna get a third weapon. Really, you don't need four. Four's kind of a bit overkill. Leith, you can, like, for any of your Laguz units, if there's any extra stabs you want to take into battle, the Laguz are great people to stick those on to, because they can just trade it over, so... For her, really all we need is just a Vulnerary. I might buy some Pure Waters as well. I'll go ahead and give her that Pure Water. And we'll go ahead and give her the Bjork Guard. So she'll take half damage from Bjork units now. Soren Elfire. I think one should be plenty. The rest is probably going to be heal stats for him. This is just kind of a backup in case he gets into trouble. Physic Staff. Rescue. And... take another Physic Staff, maybe? I don't remember mages being a problem in this fight, so I think that's what we're going to go with. We could give him Mage Band, or we could give him Laguz Guard as well. He shouldn't be fighting, though. So we'll go with Mage Band. Equip that. R. Vulnerary like everybody else. Jill had full guard, so Wyvern Band is for you. You're not done yet, dude. I'm just gonna send him out there with no weapon. Psycho. Brave Weapon, Tomahawk, the Goose Axe, Silver Axe. That should, well... Actually, no. Don't take the Silver Axe. 10, 13, 13, 16. Yeah, don't take the Goose Axe. Trade that out for the Short Axe. What did I accidentally just throw away? The Tomahawk. Or no, not the Tomahawk. What did I just put up by accident? Silver Axe, that's what I did. Okay. Put that Wyvern Band. In case you were ever wondering, I didn't really explain it that well. The bands, like Wyvern Band, that's just basically giving you more a better chance to get a level up that a Wyvern Rider would typically get. It's not that important. I just used to having those. On your first playthrough, though, you won't have those bands. You're also getting random level ups as opposed to fixed, where it focuses on the unit's strength, so you might have a little bit of a disadvantage in that regard, but hopefully your first time through, you're probably playing on easy, and all of your units are probably at level 20 anyway, so it's not near as big of a deal. Killing Edge. Rune Sword, because why not? Laguz Slayer, because why not? Laguz Guard for you. So Mia's going to get that Sword Band. Nasir will be taking in, so I'll grab an elixir for him, but he doesn't need anything else. Astrid. Goose Bow, Brave Bow, Killer Bow, Silver Bow. Night Ward, of course. I believe that's it, is it not? Okay, that's really the main stuff we need to get. Alright, oh, right, Oscar. I'm completely past Mia and Oscar. How do I do that? Well, I'll probably just went in bad order. Mia, first of all, Sword Band, Vulnerary. Brave Sword, Vague Cotty, Sonic Sword, not that it really matters, and Silver Blade, just for the heck of it. Really don't need that. It's a bit overkill. But we're all about unnecessary criticals here, so it's probably fine. Okay, there's Oscar's ranged weapon. Give him the Flame Lance for the heck of it. The Brave Lance. And just a Silver Lance will work as well. Paladin Band for you. Vulnerary as well. Okay, so now we need to sell some items. Oh, the shop. I didn't show off the armory, by the way. pretty much everything you could want. Anything from iron weapons, there's steel, there's silver, there's blades, iron, steel, silver, throwing weapons, iron, steel, silver, best combat knife if you're using knives for whatever reason, the steel blades, fire, L-fire, all the spells you could want. So you're pretty much set. Anything you want to buy at the armory, you're able to. Oh, right, that Lagoo Stone. I should give that to Leith as well. I forgot about that. I'm going to take Lagoo Stone. There we go. Alright, shop. Sell. This is the point. Anything excess, just sell it. If it's got low weapon uses or if it's anything below silver, you're probably just going to sell it immediately. If it's got somebody's face in the background like this, you should probably look it over, make sure you're not accidentally selling it. And it's something that you planned on keeping, so just watch out for that. Usually you'll know, though. That's why I kind of like starting from scratch, like the way I did, because then you'll know, you have a pretty fresh in your mind what you just sold. Knife, can sell that. Sell the stiletto. Sell. You should be using silver weapons or better, though. That's probably very obvious, but you should be using at least silver. That. Really didn't bring the spear on either of my... Okay, that's... I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know why I didn't do that. Killer Axe, Tomahawk, Short Axe, Fuse Axe. You can see we're getting a bunch of money here, so don't be surprised to see that happen. That. Sell the longbow, because who cares about those? No, we don't need that. Oh, you can't buy it? You can't sell the Rex Bolt? Really? That's a bit odd. It's not like it's a legendary treasure or anything. Whatever. Can't sell the Sheriff Staff either. That's probably good that they did that, though. Maybe that's why they did it, because it's like, well, this is a really good item. We don't want you to accidentally sell it or anything like that. That might have been why they did it, but I'm not sure. Men's are going away. Cover goes away. Physics staff, don't need that one in particular. Restore can go away. Silence can go away. Not the rest of these. Ward. Nah. Like I said, you could put stuff on like your Lagoo's units, but I really don't care that much. Didn't really use a fighter or a knight. Pegasus Band, I'm not a big fan of the Pegasi in this game. Don't get me wrong, there's some games where they're great, it's just, this isn't one of them. Door key, yeah. We could definitely sell those. The rest of these should be taken up by units, yes they are. So yeah, 51,000 money to work with now, 51,000 gold, so plenty to work with. At this point, if you want to give everybody an elixir, you probably can. So, first and foremost, I need to check into that other thing. Because that's not going to be quite as good as the spear. So, despite the novelty of having it, I should probably sell that. Despite the fact it's ranged, you can still use it as a direct attack, really. To her. Really doesn't matter though. Still gonna forge that weapon first and foremost. Lance, silver, yes. Max attack, max crit, lowest weight possible, highest hit percentage possible. Don't need to change the name because I know who it's going to. I don't know why the Flame Lance sells for so much. It's not that great of a weapon. Maybe it's just because you get one of them or something like that. At this point, shop. Elixirs I can pretty much just dole out to anybody that I want, so I'm going to give everybody... This is kind of like the last thing you do, really, but, you know, having that full heal on hand, if your mage, or if your sages slash Valkyries or whatever, if they're busy healing somebody else, it's always good to have an extra, you know, full heal just in case something goes wrong. You shouldn't, but just in case it does, that's okay. The Seer, I said I'd give you one, and I am going to. You give some Pure Waters to somebody you feel like might have a bad resistance. Your Lagoos. Anybody else? well, I could give one to Leaf. I need to clear out her inventory and actually switch that around a little bit. Give me that back. Oops. Shop. Actually, I'm just gonna go and do this right now. Convoy, give Vulnerate. Instead of getting that, we'll give her Pure Water and Elixir. Now what we can do, this is a little bit overkill once again. If somebody's got a Vulnerate like this, where it's got 2 uses, we can just trade out for one that's got 3. It's not that big a deal, but whatever. That's overkilling big time, I know. But might as well be safe. This is the last chapter. If there's any time to do this, now will be it, right? One more time. Looks good. Not using her. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Good. Yep. Yep. Yes. 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 And we're not using it. Well, the Seer, but yeah, that's what I would be giving him, is just the Elixir, that's it. Alright, that looks to be about right. Out of XP. Yeah, I know that's a long base thing for you guys to be watching, or is half an hour, and once again, no one's forcing you to, but like, it's the finale, come on, if there's any time to go all out, that would definitely be it. So, let's go. It's time to do this. Princess, it's time. It's right there, I can see the capital. Father, mother, my lord uncle, your Lindsay has returned. Our soldiers are in information awaiting your word, princess. For good or ill, this will be a final battle. Before they march, would you speak to them? What? You want me to address the troops? This fight will determine if Ashnard falls and if we can return to our homeland. Today, princess, we risk all. Giving the men courage to fight is the duty of a leader. My next duty is in the toilet. Anyway, I don't know how well I'll do, but I will try. Hear me, brave fighting men of Crimea. Much of you have lost in service to your land. Hear me, beloved friends of Laguz, you too have given all for our fair cause. Hear me, my trusted company of old, you men of Grail did see me to this day. I stand before you made of flesh and bone, alive because you risked your lives for me. A word cannot express my thanks in kind. We march today into the jaws of fate, our enemy lies in wait o'er this hill. If on the morrow Ashnard lives no more, my fondest dream is to among you walk and give thanks, give you each my heartfelt thanks anew. Let not this dream dissolve into despair. We will defeat the dreaded King of Dane. We will reclaim this land we hold so dear. Lend me your strength, lend me your weary hearts. Today we make our fate good and all. One life can make a mark upon the world. One life can move the wheel of history. Be that one life. Fight well and fight brave. Fight true. Where did that come from? That was magnificent. It seems the princess too has grown stronger. Yeah. Lindsay will make a splendid queen. Yeah, she will. What? It's true. Stop it. Don't give me that. I can't believe what I just heard. Look. Yeah, she'll make a good queen. But the world had gone mad. Stupid cat. Cat! Yeah. I forgot he said that. Whatever. I'm ready. I have everything I need. Very well. We're ready. Say Ike. This is the end of the end, you know, so rather than just giving orders, why don't you say a word too? I think Princess Valencia said enough. Yeah, that's going to be pretty hard to follow. I want you to hear what you have. I want to hear what you have to say, brother. Father always did it, didn't he? You want me to say something like Father would have done? Uh-huh. Okay. This decision does not matter. So you've got one of two options. You can either speak to the army or don't speak. I'm going to speak to the army. But if you choose not to speak here, it's actually pretty funny what Ike says. He basically says in no uncertain terms that he's always done things his own way and he's not about to change now. And everyone's like, but Ike, they're looking towards you to lead them. He basically says, I don't care, F you. I'm not going to show that, but yeah, that's basically what happens. You don't get any reward for not speaking to the army or speaking to the army. It's just kind of up to you. It's no reward for doing this. Hey there. Sup? For this final battle, there's only one thing I want to tell all of you. I don't want any of you dying on me. Remember, you only have one life. At a time like this, it doesn't matter what our blood ties are. We are family. That's what my father always used to say, and today, for the first time, I understand why he said it, because we are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Never mind. Don't drop your guard, don't turn your back. Use every drop of your strength. Our road has been long, but it ends today. Let's liberate Crimea and free our friends and our family from Dane's tyranny. Men of Crimea, Lagus of Tellius, Grail mercenaries, move out. That picture's actually pretty awesome, though. I like that one a lot. Alright, boys and girls, it's time to go in. So it separates the men from the boys. Crimea Castle, where of course, as you can expect, Ashnard is waiting. Now, one other thing to make note of, and yes, that was me opening the lid to one of my drinks. We're getting serious here. You might be asking, where's the fourth rider of Dan? We had Patrine, we killed her on the bridge level. We had the other guy, Bertram, we killed him. We had the Black Knight, we beat him. Where's the last guy? He's actually in this level. The fourth and final Dan, Four Riders of Dan, he's here. We've already seen him once before, but yeah, we'll be seeing him in this fight. The castle gate is fallen, the Crimean army cannot be stopped. Oh yeah, here he is. Hey Bryce, how's it going? Appears the end is near. Your Majesty, please use the rear gate and withdraw. We will cover your retreat. I'm not leaving. If we lose your Majesty, the damn royal bloodline itself will be lost. You saying that I will lose? Is that what you wish to say? Of course not. However, our army is in dire straits. It's merely an act of prudence, Your Majesty. Humbly ask that you consider the continuance of the bloodline above all else. Of course, your judgment. The value of the 13th generation of Dane's royal family is not so high as to warrant your pathetic display. I am Dane. If I am to be destroyed, then let Dane be destroyed with me. Don't even inconstant retainer to an obstacle away with you. My sole desire is to rule through strength. The weak perish and the strong live on. That is the law of nature. It's the law the goddess herself created when she forged this world. Here's a further conversation would only be a waste of time. Though even if His Majesty desires it not, I will remain and protect him. I cannot allow the legacy of Dane to end here. Tell me, Bryce, you were my father's retainer, were you not? In the 15th year of my life and to 20 more years until his death, I did serve him faithfully. The thing that killed my father was not plague, nor was it another illness. It was me. What? Oh, but it doesn't end there. There was my stepmother, too, and every brother who stood to be a legitimate heir. All of them died by my hand. And you are still determined to protect me, knowing this truth? I am. Even knowing now as I do that you are your father's son, the blood of Dane's king's flows, that you are all that remains. By your leave. Such loyalty to a corpse. In truth, there's nothing in this world more humorous than a knight. But he's a good man, you can tell. He's a good man. He wants what's best for Dan, and he knows this isn't right. Hey, look out. He's not just gonna run up to you like this. He came to talk. He came to talk. It's pretty obvious. What did you say? That is the King of Dan? Yeah. Quite different than you did the day I cut down your mother and fought like cattle. I hardly believe you're the same little girl who did nothing but tremble and stare at me. Yep. You are not the one that I seek. Thunk. He used Smite. It's pretty impressive seeing as he's on a dragon. I don't know how he actually pulled it off. Are you the one they claim is the son of Gawain? King Ashnard of Dan, your treachery dies on my blade. See that blade in your hand? That is a sacred blade, is it not? The only type of blade that can pierce my armor. Matters not how famous the blade, if the wielder lacks skill, the greatest sword is nothing but blunted steel. Don't worry, you'll see for yourself how blunt it is. Expect good things from you, son of Gawain. What you see before you are my hand-picked elite soldiers. How will you deal with that? I'm looking forward to watching you. Don't disappoint me. Hold! So yes, this is another example of only certain enemies can damage this guy. Ike is one of them, of course. But yeah, you can't just go up and attack him with Soren or somebody like that. Only certain units can damage this guy. Which, if nothing else, you will have at least Ike and one other unit with you. Might actually get two, I'm not sure about that. You got enough to take him out, though. The fight with Ashnard is not as bad as the Black Knight, because it's not a one-on-one fight. And if you whose arms remember what it's like to battle, step forth. I would take all of your strength now.